Remember these scenes from a year ago? We were in the Capitol Center. It was the Seattle Supersonics and the Washington Bullets. The Sonics leading 3-1. And on that Friday night, Lenny Wilkins and the Sonics wrapped up the championship, shaking the hand of Dick Motta, the coach of the Bullets. The Sonics then headed off the court. Lenny being embraced by downtown Freddie Brown. The celebration inside the locker room. The Seattle Supersonics were champions of the entire basketball world. But now, that crown is resting ever so uneasy because of what happened last Sunday in the Edmondson Pavilion at the University of Washington. In the early going, Sonics and Lakers, Gus Williams and the Sonics could do no wrong. Gus took it up from outside. The Sonics controlled the glass, and Gus got inside. Wally Walker came off the bench, scored 10 points, pulled down 4 rebounds. It was ridiculously easy for the champions. At the defensive end, Lonnie Shelton stepped in with one of his massive arms. Pulled it down and then raced down for the layup. And at one point, the Sonics led by 21 points. And at the half, they went in up 57-39. But in the second half, the entire roof caved in on their castle. Norm Nixon ignited a run of 13 straight points for the Lakers. At the defensive end, the Lakers gave the Sonics just one shot every trip. Jamal Wilkes turned red hot. Magic Johnson was a one-man transition. Yanking down rebound after rebound, hitting the open man. Michael Cooper coming up on Tommy Lagarde for 2. And so it went. The Sonics forced outside to the perimeter, couldn't get the shots to fall. Norm Nixon found the open man, linked to the floor, and Jamal cruised in. And unbelievably, it continued against the champions. Downtown, Freddie Brown went 0 for 11 from the field. The Magic hit still another open Laker, and Norm Nixon had 2 on the layup. And finally, it was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar adding a little icing. Rejected Lonnie Shelton's effort for the layup. And at the offensive end, hit the sky hook. And the world champions are in deep trouble as a result of what you just watched. Los Angeles 98, Seattle 93. Lakers lead 3-1. And here tonight, before a sellout crowd in the Forum, all they need is one more win to oust the world champions. But the Sonics do not give up easily. It's coming up on CBS.
The NBA on CBS. Tonight's Western Conference Championship game is sponsored by Lowenbrau. When it's time for the taste of a truly great beer, let it be Lowenbrau. Gillette, makers of Right Guard antiperspirants and deodorants, available in roll-on, stick, and convenient spray. And by JCPenney. JCPenney Auto Centers and JCPenney Shop at Home Catalog.
California, it is Game 5 of the Western Conference Championship Series, Los Angeles and Seattle. Good evening, everybody. I'm Brent Musburger. The East has already been decided. The Philadelphia 76ers, the champion there, they will play the winner. And all the Lakers need here tonight is one more win over the defending world champions. Let's go now to Hot Rod Huntley and their outstanding rookie guard, Magic Johnson. Hot Rod.
Magic, every time, every game here in the playoffs, you get hit in that right arm and you come up with pain, you go to the bench, you're back in there. What happened?
Well, what happened is my muscle tightens up, and it's just like when you get a frog in your arm. It's a real knot in it, and it really hurts, a lot of pain. So I have to go over to the bench and get some ice on it and cool it down.
All right, how about your rebounding? You've been 15 off the offensive rebound, coming out of there with the ball. That's really been a big difference, I think.
Well, I try to use my size and help out on the rebounds, and it gets us going if I get the ball because I can take it down myself. I don't have to outlet it.
How about playing forward? You've been up there a lot in this series.
Well, I don't mind. I do anything to win, you know. If you want me to play forward, I'll play forward. Now,
you going to do it tonight?
I'm going to try. I want to say hi to my mom. Hi, Mom and Dad.
All right. Good luck to you. Let's go back to Brent and Russ.
All right, Hot Rod, thank you so much. And Bill, when I think about the game tonight, I would have to wonder about Seattle. They would come out with all the pressure in the world on them tonight now.
To the contrary, Brent, I think the pressure is on the Lakers tonight.
Really?
Because they've got to win this game. Because if they don't win the game tonight, their fate may not be in their hands.
But Russ, they lead 3-1, and all they have to do is win one of the next 3 games.
And that may be the problem. Because they can go in the game thinking, well, we got 3 games, we got to win one of them. Seattle has to win. They're not worried about tomorrow, next week, or anything. They have to win tonight. And so they're going to put the pressure on the Lakers, because if the Lakers don't win tonight, there's no way Seattle's going to let them win in Seattle. And they come down to 7th game, and anybody can win a 7th game.
All right, let's go back to Hot Rod with a man who knows what the Sonics have to do tonight. Hot Rod.
All right, Paul Salas. Paul, you've been in this league 16 years, and with the world champions, you've been on 3 yourself. There's been a report there's been bickering on this ball club. Is that true?
Well, anytime you're losing, you're going to be unhappy about it. I don't think it's anything that we necessarily have to worry about. But, you know, players get angry at one another when things don't go right. They tend to overlook these things when you're winning. We're not winning right now, so most certainly we're not going to overlook them.
The problem, it seems to me, is that the guards, and they've said it themselves, we got to go more inside. Yet in that last game, it didn't seem to happen.
Well, this is the thing that we have been stressing. Of course, we look to our guards to do certain things. When they're on, they must take those outside shots. But when they're not on, they have to look inside and, you know, give us a chance to make easy hoops so the Lakers won't get into that transition game. And that's really what has hurt us so far.
All right, Paul, I hope you're lucky tonight, huh?
Thanks so much.
All right, Paul, let's go back to Brent for the introduction of the starting lineup.
And here are the starting lineups, Hot Rod, for Lenny Wilkins and the defending champions. Lonnie Shelton, John Johnson, Jack Sikma, Gus Williams, and Dennis Johnson. Matched against the Los Angeles Lakers of Paul Westhead, Jim Jones, Jamal Wilkes, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Norm Nixon, and the man you just met with Hot Rod, Magic Johnson. The officials for tonight's game: Darryl Garrettson on the right-hand side will be the lead man. Ed Rush on the left, and Tommy Nunes in the middle will be the alternate. He'll sit over on the bench. Jack Sikma ready for what figures to be a very spirited performance by the Sonics, who last year defeated the Washington Bullets in 5 games to wrap up the World Championship. Now find themselves trailing the Los Angeles Lakers and Abdul-Jabbar 3 victories to 1. Magic Johnson controls. Lakers, first possession. Gus Williams is with Nixon, and they go into Kareem. Double teamed against Shelton. He drew the foul. Lonnie coming over to help Sikma.
Look, one important thing, Brent, the Lakers get up or get out of the gate quickly here. It's going to make a big, big difference, being down to 3-1.
It didn't make much of a difference Sunday, I might add.
No, it didn't.
They fell back by 21.
I'm looking at it the other way. It would take the heart, I think, out of Seattle to drop way behind early.
Sometimes difficult to draw conclusions, though, about how these teams are going to react. You expect a marvelous performance, and they come up flat. There's pressure by the Lakers. Appears to be just of the token variety here early, and Gus comes across the timeline. 2-0 is the result of the Abdul-Jabbar free throws. J.J. out high, moves left Dennis. Dennis barks out. There was some criticism of the guards in the Seattle newspapers for not getting the ball inside, letting the forwards in the center score. Bill Russell, what do you think about that?
Well, I think that what has happened is Seattle has played basically the same type of game. The results have not been the same. Now, they can make minor adjustments, but they can't take a team that's guard-oriented and all of a sudden start to have a forward to shoot them, because then they're not playing their game. And in order to win, you've got to do what you do best. They are a better team with their guard shooting.
Certainly that trip would indicate it. Sikma and Shelton on the turnover now. Here comes Gus, and he'll have an easy field goal for the Sonics. Tied at 2. First period here. And no doubt some very interested viewers tonight are Billy Cunningham and the Philadelphia 76ers. Congratulations to that organization for getting back to the championship round. The last 4 years, Norm Nixon. The last last 4 years, only the Washington Bullets and the Philadelphia 76ers have made the championship round from the East. Each of those franchises 2 times apiece. 76ers, of course, lost to Portland back in '77. Here's John Johnson moving to Sickman now. Lakers are up by 2. Lonnie Shelton missed the layup. And that's twice the Sonics have missed inside. Jim Jones.
That is an unbelievable pass by Magic. Boy, I mean, he made that one perfect. The timing had to be there. He led him right by a step for that layup. That's 2 assists in a row for Magic.
Gus will come around, J.J. John, the assist leader on this team. DJ puts it down, got inside, no traveling call, offensive rebound at the other side, and hit the layup.
He got paid for that one a little bit. He got whacked pretty good in the head.
Gus checks over the left shoulder. Kareem is on the ball side. And Gus just drops off. They get inside penetration. Jamal Wilkes' jump hook is short. And Shelton powered down the rebound, and here's Dennis. It's 6-4 Lakers. DJ all the way. Blocked beautifully by Kareem. Nixon back. 2-on-1. Blocked around. Jamal hit by Jack Sikma and fouled Jamal Wilkes at the line.
That's the kind of a play that will really excite the ball club and the fans. Tremendous block by Kareem. That would have been a sure basket. And then a beautiful feed by Nixon. You look at it again. Here's Nixon taking it down after the block. Watch Jamal go to the left and a behind-the-back feed. He had Sikma turned the wrong way. And by the time he got back, he got a foul on the play.
Marvelous view. That camera perched high behind the glass. And we'll watch him come thundering in. Los Angeles tonight. Shades of number 6 of the Boston Celtics.
You know, what I was going to say, that block right to his teammate in that fast break is the best block I've seen in at least 11, 12 years.
That's what I said. Shades of number 6. You're going to lose one of your records tonight, big fella. Kareem needs just 18 points to move past you into 6th place in NBA playoff history in scoring. I had no idea that you were that prolific at the offensive end. As a young man growing up in Montana, I always read about your defensive prowess and never thought you shot the ball.
As I've said many times, Brent, there are a lot of people that knew that I was very offensive.
Brent, Kareem outscored me in his 2nd game.
Gosh, didn't mean to do it, but got it to Jack, and here's DJ. Magic comes over, and here's Sikma. Loose goes toward the inline, out of bounds, and of course it'll stay right there. So Magic Johnson playing with that painful muscle in the right arm, which tightens up. And then they apply ice to it and freeze it down, and he's able to stay in the game.
And he's only been in Hollywood a year, and he's learned how to act pretty good.
DJ cuts, layup.
Great move.
Dennis getting inside here early.
And he used his body well there, Brent. He went across that lane, then had to turn the shoulder back into the defender, and he did it well and got the shot off.
Lakers up by 2, 8-6, 9:02. First period here, game 5. Crowd rather quiet. They're confident in Los Angeles, maybe a touch overconfident right now. And of course, if needed, a game 6 would be Friday night in Seattle. Jones taken out by Sikma. Off to DJ. DJ running things now. Here's Shelton. There's John Johnson inside. Very sloppy defense. They simply left him alone, and it's deadlock.
Looked as if Kareem did not even realize that J.J. was over there, and he didn't react to the play. There's Kareem coming back into the offensive end.
He'll take the pass this time. Back in. Gus double team. Hooker. Gus across the timeline. Sikma out the screen. Picks on Nixon. Kareem will have to switch. They got an open man if they can get at him. John Johnson negotiates. Blocked out of bounds.
Now, this is the time of the game that the Lakers have to be very careful, because if Seattle gets a couple of breaks and get a run going, they may get far enough ahead to break the game, although it may not appear so. And so if the Lakers are not careful, they can get themselves into trouble.
Here comes Shelton. He just reach up on Jones. Short. Kareem already with 3 blocks as Nixon quarterbacks the Lakers and over to the right.
And I notice them now, the Sonics are obviously reacting to the stories about the forwards not shooting. So they're trying to go inside now. But this is not their game they're playing now. This is like starting a new game this late in the season, and that in itself can be dangerous.
Jones to inbound, Bill. Gets it in now to Magic. Magic told me he's bothered somewhat on his shot. He does not extend his right arm. Speaking of extension, Kareem missing that time, and DJ dribbles past it. Kareem missed practice yesterday because of a migraine, and a block by Jones scored goaltending, and Jimmy doesn't believe it.
Pretty good drive, Brent. Kareem was caught at midcourt, and Jones hustled on down, made a block on the play, but they give him goaltending. Here's a look at it. JJ taking a pass right there. He slapped it off the glass.
Jones outside at the offensive end. Shelton tries to save it. Got it right to Jimmy. Here's Jamal. 10 on the shot clock. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Sonics ball.
Neither team has started off this game playing very well.
Shelton pushed by Jones, came away and hit the field goal that puts the Sonics up by 2. The incredible Hulk.
One good thing, Brent.
What'd you say?
The DJ is looking inside. I want you to know, Mr. Shelton asked me about that. The incredible Hulk. I said, you got the wrong guy. It was Brent.
Inside, Kareem was maneuvering against Jack Sickman, and Dennis Johnson was there too.
Here's Kareem away from the ball. Faking inside and it coming in front of Sickman. And, of course, Jack right up there bumping him all the way.
Timeout in Los Angeles, 12-10. Sonics lead, 6:49. We'll be right back. Laker executive Joe Heitzler and his lovely wife, and if you're wondering why in the world would an executive be standing, that's how tough tickets are to come by here in Los Angeles tonight. By far the toughest ticket, and the general manager, Bill Sharman, former great with the Boston Celtics, watching the action here, and again, the city of Los Angeles extremely confident about this team right now, and well, they should be. Jump by Kareem has got the roll, and Michael Cooper, number 21, has checked in for the Lakers.
One thing you had to look at here early, Jack Sickman has 2 fouls already in less than 6 minutes of play, and if they were to lose him or get him in trouble, it could be all she wrote. They've got to have him.
Gus sends it back to Lonnie. They wait for John Johnson to come out to the top of the circle and move it to Sickman. Sickman puts it on the floor, Nixon to the double team, and that leaves Gus open. 14-12, Sonics 6:09. First period. Jones holds on. The shot clock goes down to 9. 8, 7, 6, 5. Stolen by Gus on the turnover. The Lakers are standing around on the attack. John Johnson had it blocked beautifully. Loose, taken back by Gus Williams. Williams penetrates, and Jones went with him. And a foul call coming the other way. It's going to go against the Sonics.
That was some block by Cooper. Got a hand on that play. That was what looked like a sure layup, and he came from nowhere, as he's done so often defensively in this series. Here it is. Watch Gus go in, lay it up, ball knocked away. Of course, the block was the play before that, and then the Lakers come up with the ball.
There's Cooper offensively. Inside to Kareem.
That was a rather deceptive looking shot. It looked like he's going to take a hook.
That's 8 points already for Abdul-Jabbar.
Hook it down off your head.
So they are resting Magic here early. Sickman, who has not shot well for the Sonics the last 6 games, but he was involved in that war against Bob Lanier, and that had to drain him somewhat. Well, how would you like to go from Lanier to Abdul-Jabbar? Wouldn't that be a treat? Foul down away from the ball. Dave Gerritsen had one on the left side. Defensive 3 seconds is going to be the rule here. As Mark Landsberger comes in.
Zone.
That's the same. That's a zone. That's exactly it. Same thing. Big time Lagarde will take Sickman's place.
Jones sits down for Paul Westhead, and Sickman leaves for Lenny Wilkins. So with Tom Lagarde in the lineup and Mark Landsberger, and here is Norm Nixon shooting the technical as a result of that zone violation.
That's the same play call that they had in Seattle last weekend against the same player.
JJ.
16-15. Off Kareem's hand, out of bounds, goes over to the Sonics.
Lagarde did a good job there of freezing Kareem. He couldn't go after that ball once it hit his hand. He turned to try to go for it. Lagarde blocked him off and it went out of bounds.
Williams tries to get inside Nixon, and on the spin move, he was fouled. Noah Nixon fouling Gus Williams before the shot. And so the Wizard now come up to the free throw line. No, they're going to say it was before he was even in the active shooting. So they're not yet in the penalty. That is 4 team fouls on the Sonics, but only 2 on the Lakers. They move it quickly to Gus. Pull up. Landsberger's first rebound. What he contributes to the Lakers when he comes off the bench generally is a handful of rebounds. Nixon, stop and go.
He noticed that Gus wasn't going to catch up to him, and he just turned it on at the last second when he got to the free throw line area.
And as a result, the Lakers lead at 17-16. Williams got inside Nixon with a pretty move that time, and he will come to the free throw line on this trip.
Here's another look at it. Kareem will get the foul here. This is very close to being a charge. Look at this. Kareem had his body turned in an awkward position, and that's the reason they give him the foul on the play, and Gus will be at the free throw line. First on Kareem, third on the Lakers.
And they always call the foul on the defensive player if he turns.
You were looking at Magic Johnson, who after that brief rest has checked back in. And so Nixon, Cooper, and Johnson on the floor with Landsberger and Kareem. And in this lineup, of course, Magic can easily move back and forth from forward to guard. Pressure quickly to Cooper, deflected by Shelton, out of bounds. Lakers will have it. And the attack end for them. Gerritsen will give the ball to Cooper. And so far, the game's a little flat, isn't it? But it'll pick up. Johnson sends it now to Nixon. Norman got inside at Gus, used the glass again. So Nixon twice has put the Lakers ahead, total of 7 points, along with Kareem's 8. They're carrying the offensive load. Landsberger out on Shelton. Lost it. Lakers ball.
When you don't want a guy to dribble that ball, big man up front like that. He had no place to go, and he tried to force it to the baseline.
Defensively, Lenny wants John Johnson on Magic and Dennis on Michael Cooper. Here's Nixon. Got inside, and it was blocked that time, and Gus releases. But Magic comes with him. Here comes Gus inside, score it, and send him to the free throw line.
He did a super job of keeping Magic behind him. He had to wait for the pass at midcourt, and then when he got in front of him, he just kept Magic behind him and then easily put it up. Hugging that ball with both hands as he started to go up.
Hot Rod, Nixon is getting inside of Gus, and I get the feeling somewhat that Gus is more or less letting him and hoping to get help, trying to get him from the side and then quickly releasing.
That's it, to release as he did on that play. But he is not getting the help that he would like to have.
Sonics lead it by a point, 20-19, 3:22 in the first. Here's Kareem coming in on the guard. Got it inside, and
good pass by Kareem.
Magic put it away, making it 21-20. JJ. Across the floor to Dennis. Kareem flying at him, and DJ still got the job done. 22-21. We go seesawing here. JJ there with Magic, and Lagarde muscling Kareem. They move to Cooper. 10 on the shot. 9, 8, 7, 6. Landsberger misses. Kareem to the offensive rebound, and the fresh 24 Lakers. Inside Cooper, defensive error.
That's one area of Kareem's game that I think he doesn't get enough recognition. He's an excellent passer for a center.
Shelton and Cooper collide. Come apart. No harm in that incident. Great pass inside to DJ. Jamal Wilkes to return for the Lakers. Back and forth, 24-23, and here's Nixon. Short. DJ and Landsberger collide. Dennis goes down, and Mark follows him.
Probably on DJ.
The Lakers are not reacting to the second cutter very well. What Seattle is doing is they're sending one man through the middle, and then they hesitate, and then they're sending another guy through the middle. The Lakers are not holding their own there. They're kind of losing them a little bit there.
I'm out. faces in the crowd here in the forum. Dionne Warwick and also the owner of the Seattle Supersonics, Sam Schulman, sitting next to his outstanding general manager, Zolly Volchek. Oh, you don't think Sam doesn't want to get back into the Dome on Friday night, Russ and Hot Rod? Have 40,000 on hand? So they come to the free throw line with Mark Landsberger. And what 3 teams have ever come back from a 3-1 deficit in a playoff series? And which one of the 3 has done it, winning twice on the road? There they are. Washington, Los Angeles, and Boston. And Boston was the only team to have done it. And that was against Philadelphia, having to win twice on the road, which is the fate now facing the Seattle Supersonics, because if they win tonight, then they go back to Seattle for game 6, and they would still have to come back to the Forum for a 7th game on Sunday. Gus moves it to DJ, and here's John Johnson. There's Landsberger contributing with a rebound, and Cooper 2-on-1. Lakers go flowing, and Cooper misses the jam. John Johnson, he had an open man on the right, too. Now it is Gus Williams. Williams down the baseline. High arc. Tommy Lagarde, offensive rebound. And the Sonics go up by a point when the Lakers should have led by 3. And Dennis Johnson has 8 points. He has hit 4 of 6 from the field here already.
And he played well defensively on that drive by Cooper. Even though he tried to dunk it, DJ went right up with him. That may have been the difference in Cooper making that shot and it hitting the back of the iron.
Skyhook. Kareem is hot. 10 points first period.
That's a hard shot to make with a headache.
JJ out high, wanted to go inside to Dennis. He'll track it down. Magic taking him. Lagarde comes out to screen. Kareem on the switch. Now Kareem backs up on Lagarde. DJ from the perimeter misses. And again it's Lagarde. Handing off to Magic Johnson. Cross court. Kareem!
It took Shelton right out of there on that play.
John Johnson's open at the other end as the Sonics come right back with a field goal. It's 29-28 Lakers, and picking up here at the end of the first period.
That's twice the Lakers have been down back-to-back plays, and Seattle not getting back defensively.
Magic on the penetration score, and he was fouled. He'll come to the line.
And I'm sure his arm is bothering Magic Johnson.
Watch this dunk by Kareem getting out in front. Big out has carried it right up. Shelton went right on by him, and 2 points for Abdul-Jabbar. He doesn't have to go up very high, I'll tell you that. But he did.
There's the camera that showed you that fine view of Kareem muscling to the glass on that play, and that gives you an idea of where it is located in relation to the basket as the free throw was added, and it is 32-28. 3-point play by Magic Johnson, the rookie from Lansing, Michigan, and Michigan State. And last year, guided the Spartans to an NCAA championship. Now trying to do the same thing his first year in the NBA is JJ of the champions. It's the field goal. It's 32-30 Lakers, 1 second. And the NBA on CBS will continue after these messages from your local station. And a welcome to Jane Kennedy. Hot Rod, don't get so close.
You never got that close to me, Rod.
Oh, well, Hot Rod, I haven't seen you in a long time. As a matter of fact, hello, Brent. How you
Jane,
doing?
how you doing?
Hello, everybody. I just had to come down and see the Lakers play tonight. I couldn't miss it.
You're a Laker fan, huh?
Oh, yeah, definitely, all the way. As a matter of fact, somebody was asking me the other day. They said they had heard that Magic was a Jane Kennedy fan. I think I've returned the favor.
Well, welcome to Jane Kennedy, who had a lot of fans in Seattle until just a moment ago. It's 32-30. Lakers leading the Sonics. We start the second period. I've got an incredible statistic that I want to check. In the playoffs right now, watch this action here. Tommy Lagarde sends it back to Dennis Johnson. It's the home court advantage. Hard to believe. DJ coming in on a scoop has got the lead. The home team led in the playoffs 17-2, and Art Hoffman, my statistician, says it is now 24-13. On the road, the Sonics, I know, are 3-3, and only 4-4 at home. What happened to the home court edge in the NBA here the last couple of weeks? Jamal is short. Landsberger with his third rebound. Dennis Johnson down on top of him, fouled. And Dennis quickly asked Mark if he's all right.
I think, Brent, the big reason is when you come to playoff time, that's when both clubs are up, and the home court really does not prevail as often as it would during the regular season.
Because the teams that have gotten this far winning every place. And it doesn't make a lot of difference when you get at this level of competition at this time of year where you're playing. Just put some air in the ball and let's go.
Jane, while you're still with us for a minute, what did you think about Billy Sims being the first player drafted by Detroit? How do you think he'll do with the Lions?
Well, I think he'll do. I was surprised that Charles White wasn't drafted until so far down in the lineup. That's the one that surprised me of everybody in there. And, you know, hometown Cleveland, they should be all right with Paul McDonald and Charles.
Jane, thanks for dropping by.
Thanks, Brent.
Have a nice evening. Tommy Lagarde for the Sonics. Sends it over to John Johnson on the runner. He's got it, and he was fouled. J.J. have come up to the free throw line.
Here's a look at it again, Brent. J.J. going inside with a pass from Lagarde. Puts it up over Landsberger. Nice shot. He protected the ball well with the left arm as he put it off the glass.
And the Sonics are still getting a lot of action inside. Now, right now, without Kareem in there, they don't have a stopper or a shot blocker on the club except for Michael Cooper, and he's not in now. So Seattle is taking advantage of this situation very, very smartly.
J.J. adding the free throw, 35-34. Sonics up by a point here early in the second period, and Sonics appear to be coming out now with a little more aggression defensively. Paul Silas out there along with Lagarde and Dennis. They're double teaming, they're trapping a lot, giving each other a lot of help. Freddie Brown working away on Magic. They send it to Norman. Norman gets inside, sends it, and it was knocked out of bounds, and it'll go over. The Sonics are going to get control as Mark Landsberger had a hand on it.
Hey, one thing, Brent, the Seattle Guards are still scoring in this game, but you notice a lot of their baskets are coming inside. They haven't gone to that long-range bombing like they had in the first 4 games.
There's Silas with that underhand scoop. Lagarde trying to keep it, and Magic comes down for the Lakers. Nixon. Lakers lead by a point on that shot by Norm Nixon, 36-35. Freddie Brown jumps it back to Lagarde, and the Sonics grab the lead back again.
That is a tough shot. I'm very surprised he made that one. He was on the move, pressure all over him, and he leaned in and banked the shot. Big time Lagarde.
Inside to Jones. There's Lagarde. Got up inside, moved to the glass, and now it's the Lakers' turn to lead. 9:50. John Johnson open, short, loose. It's Wilkes on the run. 3-on-2. Nixon's on Magic's right, and Magic will go through with the shot, freezing the defense. Quickly the Sonics respond. Here's Freddie Brown. Lakers build that three-point lead, and Wally Walker will check in for Lenny Wilkins. As John Johnson started down inside, Jamal Wilkes assessed the personal, and here's Walker, and John Johnson will have a breather, and we've got a timeout. It's Game 5 of the Western Conference Final. The Philadelphia 76ers await the winner. We'll be right back. Magic all the way down to his toes, that young man. You know, it's hard to believe how mature he really is. 20-year-old youngster who could still be back in college. He has come out here to Hollywood. He has made a fortune in endorsements alone, and yet it really has not turned his head. He's a remarkable young man, and his advisors were right. He needed that one more year in college, and he's handling everything extremely well right now. Walker hands the ball to DJ. Freddie Brown jumps it off, and Lagarde had it blocked away. And Coop goes up, but it went to DJ.
He's all right. He's back on the floor.
And somebody over there is injured, and it's Magic again. And there is also a fan being helped up, and Magic is limping. Here's Jack Curran.
That's not the arm either. This time it's his leg, boy. And, you know, every time he's been hurt, it's been his right arm.
I want to see the play because Cooper has gone back to the lady over there that he came down on.
He made a great effort here, Brent. He saves that ball. You watch 21 Cooper after the
great
shot is
block
blocked
by Kareem.
Right? Now watch Coop. When you save the ball, swing it down the other way, right to midcourt. Here's the shot. Kareem slaps it down, and now Coop will go to the corner to try and retrieve it.
Now that's the injury on Magic. And the woman is all right. She is certainly back now in her chair, and she is okay. So there's no problem with anybody right now.
And at the end of it, a three-pointer by DJ.
So that makes it 40-40 as a result of that three-point play. And as Johnson started in on DJ, there was a foul called by Ed Rush.
It's called in the center position because they're trying to keep Kareem from getting a good position down deep. And he has some remarkably good moves to get the ball where he wants to get it.
Jamal. Wally Walker. Hands to Freddie. Brown misses. Magic is off. Norm Nixon for Cooper, and Dennis was there on defense, and it goes to the Sonics. Cooper touched it as it went out of bounds.
Fans thought DJ got a handle of it, but that's a good call. Daryl Garrettson was right on top of the play, and it went off Coop's hand. The Lakers really trying to come out, and Seattle doing a much better job there, getting back on the defense.
Sonics gunning for the tie. Inside, they've got it.
That great feed by Salas.
And isn't Tom Lagarde playing well the last couple of games for the Sonics against the Lakers? Get it into Jamal. Jumper on Silas is off Wally Walker. Gives to Brown. We are tied. Silas underhand. Nixon rebound. Nixon will come down the middle and dish Cooper. Back to Magic. Magic with 6 assists. Comes in. Slam. No basket charging on Wally Walker, who took the charge and went to the floor.
Here's your look at it again. Magic saw the opening, went in. Now Walker will move in his path, established the position. Now Magic went right over him, man. That takes away the slam dunk basket.
But it does reveal something new, doesn't it?
Sure does. You better keep blocking up that middle.
Into Silas, who rotates down the middle and gets that underhanded scoop shot to fall for him now, and the Sonics lead as a result by 2 with 7:14 first half, and Landsberger due to return for the Lakers. Tommy Lagarde muscling Kareem. Nixon perimeter.
He's having just a great season.
Knocked away by Jamal, but right back to Dennis Johnson. Here's Lagarde. Lagarde hands to Freddie Brown on that jump hook, drew the foul, and Lenny Wilkins applauding that. And Paul Westhead looking on for the Lakers sideline with Mark Landsberger checking in for Los Angeles.
Cooper got the foul, Brandon. As you remarked, he made an excellent shot. He had to turn the ball and hook it to get the shot down and get it away from the defense of Cooper. And he got the foul on the play.
How beautiful the weather was during the All-Star break when we played in the Kingdom.
And don't you ever do it again, Brent.
Where you live, Rush?
It's the free throw. And the world champions have only turned the ball over once and 8 times for the Lakers. Freddie Brown on a hanger. Wouldn't fall, and Brown hustled it back. Advantage to the champions here in the first half. Knocked away by Cooper, went out of bounds. Sonics will have it, even though Cooper is pleading he didn't touch the ball. 15 seconds up on that shot clock.
Jack Nicholson doesn't believe so either.
DJ. Wally Walker jumping across to Freddie Brown with Cooper flying at him, and Walker takes it back down. Offensive rebound, and on the turnaround, that's 3 rebounds by young Wally Walker again. Nixon coming up, and Walker with another rebound. Off to Freddie Brown. Score it and send him to the line.
That's an excellent
foul from Norm Nixon, and he's hurt.
It's a beautiful feed by Walker after the rebound. He turned and had to hook it to get it over the defender. And right to Freddie, who went right in for the layup. But he's shaking up a little bit on the play, I believe.
Frank Furtado getting out on the floor. Here was Freddie getting inside.
Basket count and a foul to Nixon.
Up around the right eye. Furtado is there with Coach Lenny Wilkins.
Ladies and gentlemen, once in a lifetime spectacular will be the National Basketball Association.
And if the Lakers aren't very careful, this gang can get away from them in the next 6 minutes, so that they'll have a real uphill battle.
Might point out that the winner really has been determined so far by the team which has pulled away the most rebounds. Seattle out rebounding the Lakers only in game 1, which of course was their only victory. And Jack Sikma hit that free throw, and it was a 1-point win. And Elgin Baylor, oh my, Rush, you've had a few wars against him.
I'd like to forget it if you don't mind.
One of the greatest forwards in the history of basketball.
Why would you say one of them?
52 to 44 because I'm due to see the doctor soon. Jamal sends it back to Norris.
All right.
I'm not going to touch that line.
I figured you wouldn't. Here comes Kareem, muscling inside on the turnaround and drew the foul.
Awfully hard to keep him from getting that position that Rush talked about. He has all the moves. Look where he signaled where he wanted the ball. Put it up here high on the left side. He got it. Away from the guard, spun back the other direction. Put the ball up, was fouled. That's a smart move. A lot of people don't realize that when a big center's in there and he's got that hand up signaling where he wants the ball, that's where you better throw it.
52 to 45 and 5:46.
You know, it's really funny. The crowd here, I think, is so quiet because they don't have the slightest idea of what to expect.
I think they're overconfident, and I've thought it all day. Kareem yanking it away that time. Outlet to Cooper, quickly across. Jamal was covered inside, and the ball was knocked out. I think the Sonics, Freddie Brown and the rest of them, showed up here in Los Angeles with fire in their eyes.
Gus Williams had a little talk with him before the game, Brent, and he says there'll be a 7th game. He said, we're not giving up. We're going to play.
Into Kareem. Roll. This yanked away by Sadas. Off to Brown. Freddie barking instructions as the captain brings it down. Knocked out of bounds by Cooper, who thought it had deflected off of Brown. Doesn't get the call, and Rush will hand it over now to Captain Brown, who was embarrassed on Sunday when he went 0 for 11. Silas to Brown. They move it over to Wally Walker. Walker puts it down quickly. And the foul is called as Wally began his assault. Jamal Wilkes with a hand on him.
Should have taken a shot there, Brent. He would have been at the free throw line. He was in the air when the whistle blew, but he passed the ball off.
He gets to shoot anyway. Only 2 though, Rod.
We're in a penalty, right? 1 plus the penalty. If you're a good free throw shooter, you don't need 3 to make 2.
Russ, what do you think of Wally Walker here now? This is the second time in as many games in the first half that this young man from Virginia has been very impressive.
Come on, Russ.
Russ, do you?
Yeah, he's playing outstanding. And I think that Lenny is doing a great job in knowing when to use him. And I think he's doing the right thing by using him now. I am a Lenny Wilkins fan, and I trust what he does.
Give the kid a big build-up. Take the vote to me, right?
That'll teach you.
All right, 52-45. Sonics lead it, 4:50. Kareem is out high, and how about this young man from North Carolina, Tommy Lagarde? Let's give him some credit, too.
He doesn't back off, Brady. He plays hard.
Right with Kareem, and Kareem traveled. It's going to go over to the Sonics.
Good call for a change.
Oh, don't be so tough. Ed Rush had nice things to say about you.
Sure he did.
So did Darryl.
Right.
There's Lenny.
8 turnovers by the Lakers and only 1 by the Sonics. And that tells you something about concentration, if nothing else. Silas bats it back now to Dennis. Dennis coming inside. Got around Nolan Nixon, and he was fouled. And now he'll come up to that free throw line. 5 team fouls on the Lakers. They're already over the limit. Only 3 on the Sonics.
And they're not playing very well. The Lakers are it. They don't seem to have one unit that is working for them. That's clicked.
There's a good play there by Salas. They're looking at Seattle on the other, and they're playing well. Quickly dished that ball right back to DJ and cut the defender off balance, and he went by him and got the foul.
In the back of the Lakers' mind has to be the fact that the champions really kicked away a 21-point lead on Friday. But they may look up tonight and not find it that easy.
It's going to happen again. If they get behind by 21 tonight, there's no way they can catch this team the way they're playing tonight.
The Lakers have not opened the floor up yet. They keep possession, knowing Nixon.
There was a good defense, team defense, Brent. Lagarde stepped in there, or Nixon would have had himself another layup.
I think the crowd senses there's going to be contact before this one's over. And it goes off against the Lakers. Magic Johnson coming up that time is assessed with the personal.
They shut him down again. It was Lagarde who keyed the defense. Had 3 men in there, forced Magic to a bad shot. And then a foul, and again the penalty. Walker at the line.
54-45. The champions lead.
And the Lakers are playing totally without enthusiasm at this point.
Well, it's a city that has so much really going for it, Russ. Their baseball teams go on long winning streaks. USC, they got the Rams. They were in the Super Bowl last year. And really, to tell you the truth, they get somewhat spoiled down here, and they felt this was going to be easy tonight. And it's going to be a struggle. There's no question about it. Norm Nixon. Over to the Sonics, another turnover by the Lakers. Downtown, inside to the home run line. Two-pointer, Jones to return. It's 57-45.
That's the longest shot they've taken in this game. That one, and Freddie made it.
There was one three-pointer also. Kareem fouled as he came inside. Freddie Brown walked away as Jim Jones returned.
No, I was just going to say Dennis Johnson made a three-pointer. But they've gotten a lot of stuff inside because what they've done offensively is show a lot of patience. I think they know the Lakers are kind of weary of this game. They don't really know how to put a team away.
Interesting point, because here you can see in Kareem's comment, Lakers had the feeling that they were almost away, but I hate to go back again, but in Phoenix last year in that critical 6th game when the Suns could have beaten the Sonics pulled in and won that one. This year, we had them on a Friday night against Milwaukee. There's an interesting mental toughness about this Sonic team that you really have to admire.
When you're a champion, Brent, it's pride.
I really think the Lakers have more skillful athletes from top to bottom. Walker sending it over to DJ. Dennis outside on Magic, got the field goal, and gets it done again, and it's 59-46.
Now, he's having the kind of game that has made the Sonics the winners that they are. You know, when Dennis Johnson, he can't just play good. He has to play great because he's, I think, the key guy in this ball club.
Wilkes was muscling on Wally Walker.
He's unhappy with the play, Wally, but it was an excellent move by Jamal. He hesitated, he hung in the air, waited to the last second, and had good body balance to bank the shot in and draw the foul. Excellent move. As you look at his point average.
Linney conferring with Wally Walker about the move inside. And again, we go back to Sunday when Walker had 10 points in the first half and the 4 rebounds and really did not play that early in the third quarter up there in Edmonton. We'll see what happens, and we'll also see how the Lakers respond. They have been flat. Now here's Lagarde. Puts it down on Kareem, and Kareem went right with him. Great block by Abdul-Jabbar that time, who rolled right with Lagarde and didn't foul him. Sonics got it back, misfired.
He tried to dunk that ball, and Kareem blocked it.
Great effort, and Kareem at the other end missed the layup, but took it back down, and he'll come back up on Silas. Missed the hook shot, and Wally Walker off of the rebound. Walker on the floor now. Here's Brown. Brown loses. Walker goes back. Brown couldn't get the ball. Wally let it go. Cooper on the dribble. Coop to the right hand is short. Battles back. Wilkes and Cooper. Cooper's ball. Lakers. 2 minutes. Kareem will put this one away. New question now.
Now that's just plain hustle. Cooper hustled that point all the way.
Here it is again. This is the best that the Lakers have looked, Brand, here in the last couple of plays with enthusiasm. They just scrambled after the ball. Kareem inside for the dunk. And Lenny Wilkins and the Sonics very wisely take a timeout with only 1 minute and 54 seconds left in the quarter.
And the Lakers back in it. Rick Barry will be with Billy C. at halftime. The preceding announcement was brought to you by the National Basketball Association.
Here's that play knocked away. Watch Freddie Brown. He pointed at the ball. Walker didn't go after it. Coop picked it up. And here's where the Lakers really go after it. He'll miss the shot. But watch him scramble. That's hustle. 3 Lakers after the ball. I think Kareem got the dunk. And that forced Lenny to take a timeout, which I think was a timely one, Brent. Even though there's a minute 54 left to the half, the Lakers are starting to pick up the momentum.
Just as you pointed out, Hot Rod, this is their best spurt in the first half, and look at the half that Kareem has turned in. However, the downside of that is the fact that the Lakers are not spreading the scoring around early. And when they came back in the second half, everyone contributed. Nixon, Cooper, and Wilkes. Now, Gus Williams has replaced Dennis Johnson, and DJ's had a fine first half with 15. Jack Sikma is also back for Lenny Wilkins, and Freddie Brown with a home run try short, run down by Magic, and here they come again. It starts to open with Cooper, and Sikma was back. Walker's rebound off to Gus, but Kareem and Jones still back on defense. No layup. Here comes Freddie. Freddie down inside. Bounced it off of Kareem, out of bounds. Sonics ball, 16 seconds on the shot clock, 124, and a 59-51 Sonic lead. Round to Sikma. Partially blocked off the side. Gus Williams short. Gus Williams again, and that time he drew the foul. Magic not happy.
Come on, he said. Gus had a perfect position, though. He was inside on the left-hand side of the basket. The ball came right back to him after he shot the ball on the first try. It was sort of jammed up against the iron on the bottom side, and he got it right back.
Gus Williams here had scored 8 points, all in the first period. That's his first point here in the second. And we came with 1:17 to go. Gus is averaging better than 20 points a game throughout the playoffs. Missing that free throw.
Well, he set out most of the second quarter because Dennis Johnson had an outstanding second quarter.
Jack Sikma fronting Kareem. No chance for Cooper to drop it off. Silas watching Jones. Now Kareem gets it. Freddie there to double team, and that left Cooper open. Cooper did not get the roll. Sikma's rebound. Off to Gus. Here's Brown. Got inside of Magic as he waited. Silas keeps it in play at the offensive end. Sends it back to Brown. Inside of a minute. Brown to Silas. Here's Gus now. Moves it to Walker. Williams will come inside. Pull the trigger on the field goal. So quickly, Russ off the bench. He contributes 3 points. 62-51. Sonics. Jones over to Magic. Magic coming through Gus. Scores, says Darrell Garrison. And a foul on Williams.
There's Magic going to the left side. He gets back. Gus goes in the air and off balance, putting that shot up from the left side to draw the foul. On a beautiful touch with a shot.
Landsberger replaces Wilkes. And Cooper drops off with Landsberger moving up to a rebounding position now, and Magic at that free throw line. 62-53 Sonics, last 16 seconds, and Brad Holland will check in.
The designated hitter, Big Brad.
Last shot time. 62-54. Williams off to the left. Kareem. 1 second left. And that will end the first half here in Los Angeles. A game that Seattle has to win against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and the rest of the Lakers. And they go in now leading by 8. Rick Barry will be back to talk to Billy C., the coach of the 76ers.
They've gotten the good shots inside, the high percentage shots, and they made the ones they should have made. Now the Lakers, this can be the most important 8 or 9 minutes of their season right here tonight. How they started third quarter. They did not play with real enthusiasm. I think 2 guys were playing very tough, and it was not a matter of enthusiasm, but just a matter of professionalism. I'm talking about Norm Nixon, for the Lakers, Norm Nixon and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And they were playing well, but it's because it was technically playing well. None of that same tension and atmosphere that we had in the other games.
Interesting that Kareem blocked 5 shots in the first half. Sonics will bring it up against the Laker pressure. They lead at 62-54.
They got 36 points from their backcourt, too, Brent. Over half their points, so they haven't changed that much.
Jones fouling Shelton as Shelton put the ball to the floor. The Lakers, of course, want very badly to end it here tonight if they can regroup, because they'd like a couple of days off before the Philadelphia Championship Series would begin on a Sunday. The Sonics with a different idea. As you take a look at the box score so far, the Sonics with a 10-point edge there in period number 2. Here's John Johnson. He'll shoot up over Jamal Wilkes, and it swells again to 10, 64-54. Now, Jake Johnson comes down left side, and Dennis would like to keep him over there using the sideline as an extra defensive man. Kareem on a runner, and he got the bounce. So Abdul-Jabbar, red hot now, is 7 of 11, 18 points. He's tied Bill Russell. He is now the 6th all-time NBA playoff scorer. A long way to go before he gets up there with Jerry West, however, who's the leader, but Kareem has averaged 30. Shlani on a roll, didn't get it. Kareem, defensive rebound. Into Nixon now, and the Lakers will try to back up baskets. Norm Nixon pulls the trigger at the final, and it's 64-58.
So Gus played him pretty well with the body, but he didn't put a hand up. And if you don't get that hand up and you let Nixon shoot looking down the barrel, he can hit him. That's his best spot, straight down the middle.
Pushing it hot right up to 13 points. Jones checking over the shoulder for the pick as Shelton gave it up to Dennis. Here's John Johnson. Wilkes is out on him. Shelton maneuvering. Jones is there. And here comes the Hulk inside. Got the high arc. Taken down by Wilkes, and now the Lakers can run off 6. Magic is over on the right. Magic comes to the top, and Dennis will pick him up right there, and here comes Kareem slowly down to join it. It'll be 5 on 5. Jamal Wilkes is out on the left side. Shot clock down towards 10 now, and we go to 9. Jump into Kareem. Kareem rotates. Sky hooks 6 in a row. 6 unanswered points. Lenny Wilkins will go to an early timeout. It was a 10-point lead. The Lakers spurted to 6 points, and Lenny said, far enough, I want to talk. With 64-60, and why not? The Sonics must win here tonight, or it's all over for the champions. We'll be right back. Walter, who tonight?
I think the Lakers get a little bit too confident and tend to let down, and I think that they will lose the game by a basket.
That is the worst news that the Lakers could have received. He hasn't been wrong yet. Deflected into Dennis Johnson, left-hander miss. Yanked away by Jamal Wilkes. Jamal on the dribble, and it's over to Norm Nixon. Lead now to Magic. 6 unanswered points by the Lakers. Cross to Jim Jones, back in the middle. Wilkes maneuvers, better shooting position. Couldn't get the bounce. Still keeps it in play. Yanked down again by Jones. Jump hook. 8 points in a row by the Lakers. It's 64-62 at 9:40, and the Lakers simply were determined to come away with that field goal.
Seattle flat-footed on the boards, Brett. No one went after that defensive rebound. Lakers got 3 shots at it.
Sigma, Shelton, and John Johnson up front. Gus Williams rises in the air and stops the Laker run. They had run off 8, and then Williams scored. Now it is a 4-point Seattle lead. Deflected and fouled. Shelton reaching in on Jones. No shot in this situation. There's team foul here now in the 3rd quarter. And the Sonics missed several free throw opportunities. As a matter of fact, they were 9 of 15 in that first half. So they could have picked up 6 more additional points. Here's Kareem. Sigma there with him. Kareem maneuvers and goes back the other way for the turnaround jump is short. Sigma rebound. Off quickly to Gus. Nixon gambled, lead to John Johnson. Another field goal. He missed it and it was loaded. He was up on the rim. Basket interference by Lonnie Shelton. John Johnson didn't get the good roll as he went in on the layup.
Well, that's a big break, too. That's an easy one here. Here's the shot. JJ didn't get the ball over in front of the basket far enough, and then Shelton was up above the rim, and Gerritsen got him for offensive goaltending. No basket.
Stays at 4, 66-62. Norm Nixon left side. Jamal Wilkes deep in the corner. Dennis Johnson watching him. Jones goes inside to Kareem through the lane. Skyhook wouldn't fall, and Sigma gets the rebound. On the one dribble now, here's Dennis. And Jamal is hurt. Cross court off the glass, run down by Magic. Jamali is hurt. They've got to stop play. They don't see him. Jamal Wilkes took it up around the right eye. Lakers keep going. Missed the field goal. They can't call timeout now. I can't believe they didn't see him in that situation. Williams, offensive foul. They've got to call timeout right now. And finally, it was Dennis Johnson. And Jack Curran got in behind. And they're around that right eye, which is a dangerous area whenever an athlete is hurt there.
Take a look at it again, Brent. Here's the slow motion play. Kareem on the hook. Jamal Wilkes is under the basket. 52. Right there going up for the rebound. The ball slapped away. Again, he's up. And right there, it's a right elbow. It looks of Sigma. Accidental, but he got him in the eye.
John Johnson got him in the face.
Let's take another look. It may have been the protective padding on Jack Sigma's right elbow, which rubbed around the eye area. It is possible. I would like to see it again if we can, as we see the doctor looking carefully at Jamal Wilkes. Director Sandy Grossman slows it down again so you can get a look. Now watch away from the ball, watch Jamal. Now Johnson was inside.
There.
No, it was John Johnson reaching back with the right hand. Russ, you were right. It was the right hand. It was not Jack Sigma.
Well, he got it both ways, perhaps. Sigma's right there, too, but it looked like that forehand coming right in. As Russ surmised on the play, he got him right there. He swatted, trying to tip the ball out. And Wilkes grabbed his head.
And Jamal is out. Dr. Curlin is up over there, too, looking at him. Michael Cooper from the left drops it in now to Jones.
I got it.
Jones taking on Shelton, comes up short, and Lonnie Shelton to the rebound. Now it's the dribble by Dennis Johnson. Comes back down on Magic. Inside, all alone. Nobody went back with John Johnson. 68-62, and it goes to 6. 7:44. Nixon to the right side. Gus Williams backs off. They drop it in now to Kareem. Sigma is there with him. Moved to Cooper, rejected by the Sonics brilliantly. Move it back inside to Nixon, dishes Cooper, and is rejected 2 blocks in a row. Now Cooper comes back. 3 blocks by the Sonics at that end. Lakers kept it in play. The Sonics blocked 3 shots in that sequence.
And they get the ball back. That's just unbelievable defense. Super timing. Dennis Johnson and Lonnie Shelton. Here's Cooper putting it up. Shelton rejects it. Ball goes back to Nixon. He'll go to the middle. Watch DJ come in along with Shelton. Shelton again with a block. A Cooper shot. And now DJ swats it down again, and it goes off the Lakers.
2 by Shelton, 1 by DJ, and the champions will not surrender that title easily as we anticipated. They are here and responding. Cooper hands it down to Magic. Magic comes over to the left and he flushes with him, and Johnson goes for the layup. Magic, Johnson rotated in, and Jamal Wilkes now with a nice back up around the right eye, and trainer Jack Curran tending to him. It is a 4-point Seattle lead, 68-64. 6:57.
And the pace and intensity is picking up just a bit.
Push him left. That's good, Norm.
Gus drops it in now to Shelton. Up in the air. Shelton retrieves back to Dennis. 10 on the shot clock. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 on the Shelton shot, and he's on the money. It's a 6-point lead, 70-64.
They were very patient there, Brent, even though they knew the clock was running down. They took their time and got a good shot out of it.
Cooper at the top. He's working with Nixon and Jones. Kareem and Johnson with Wilkes out. Kareem hit the layup as he muscled in on Sigma.
Those two guys are working so hard. Sigma and Kareem are working. They are working hard.
John Johnson. Off Shelton, loose, Magic. Lead to Cooper. JJ in a foot race, cut it off. Cooper came up on him and a foul call. He'll come to the free throw line.
That was a bad pass that JJ made there. He threw the ball toward the feet of Shelton. He never had a chance to come up with the ball. And then Johnny, again, put his body, turned it to get the foul as Cooper took it right to the basket. We got a timeout. Seattle up by 4.
6 minutes and 4 seconds left here in the third period. Game 5 of the Western Conference Championship Series. The Los Angeles Lakers, who won the Pacific Division, matched against last year's world champion Seattle Supersonics. Jamal Wilkes, who suffered that injury, is out, and I believe they are taking him inside to the locker room. Trainer Jack Curran is up, and Jamal Wilkes is headed away, and Jack Curran, making no bones about it, get out of his way while he leads that injured player back to the locker room, and one can hardly blame him for that. It is 70-66 now. Sonics are up, and Cooper's at that line. Rebounding this quarter, the Lakers 10 and the Sonics 4. That has been the significant statistic throughout the series, and we must keep an eye on it. The Sonics have not been hitting 50%. They're missing more than half the time. They must dig in and get some offensive rebounds, or the Lakers will put them away in 5. It is as simple as that. It is 70-68. Sonics by 2. Shelton high, moves right. Dennis sends it back now. Sigma out. Kareem is there. Kareem has played a lot of minutes so far in this game. In now to Gus. Gus comes baseline. Inside, dishes Sigma. Sigma rolls up and miss. Loose Sigma. Missed again. Jack Sigma 0 for 2 that time. And Lenny will not wait to go back to Tom Lagarde tonight. No use waiting. Now it is Norm Nixon yo-yoing right. Coming back inside. Comes down the baseline. Left-handed shot. And we are tied at 70 as Norm Nixon negotiated. The last time the game was tied was at 44 with 7:02 left in the second quarter. They're now deadlocked at 70 and 5-16. Inside to Sigma. Sigma waits now. Does not have the confidence in the shot this trip after missing those 2. Williams sends it back to Shelton. Shelton maneuvers, hooks down the shoulder, goes to the left hand, and the incredible hook, also then a big hoop.
That was some shot, Brent. Looked like he squirted right out of his hand. I don't think he meant to bank that ball. Big hoop.
Count them all.
Count them all is right.
4:59 in the third. Here's Magic at the top of the circle, looking for the tie. Norm Nixon maneuvers, and there's Shelton. It's a double team. They dump inside Jones. Jones fouled by Shelton as he turned. Lonnie Shelton reaching back in. He knows it.
Absolutely. The word on Wilkes, Brent, is that he got hit in the eye with an elbow, and it's just swollen. And I don't know if he'll be back or not, but hopefully he is not injured seriously.
We will obviously follow up on that, and that is the 4th foul against Lonnie Shelton. That had a rather brick-like sound to it, I think.
Right off the back of the hand.
And a brick-like result also.
Yeah, both of them. Big guys played well, though, Brent. Jones is moving himself on offense and defense. Very aggressive.
2-point Sonic lead, 4:35 third. Here's the Wizard on the start. Nixon stays with him, and Gus comes up with a shot and drew the foul. Gus Williams will step up now to that free throw line. Norm Nixon receives the personal.
That's a smart play. He leaned in on the play, Brent, to get the foul. Gus, he knew the bigger man was there to help out. They give the foul to Nixon, his 4th.
So Lenny will go to Paul Silas as a substitute here in the third. Gus Williams turning around to check, and Shelton with the 4 personals sits down. And Silas with those Muhammad Ali-like trunks back on the floor. 36 years old, one of the cagiest veterans ever. What a 6 and 7 games he played against Milwaukee. And rebounds are what they need. Here's Nixon now on the lead pass. Norman comes in, slows it up. Landsberger will check in to duel Silas for the Lakers. Nixon to the glass. They left it open. Missed the layup, and they came up over. Paul Silas is back that time. Jones was there on the left-hand side as Landsberger is in the foul against the Lakers.
Here's your play. Again, Nixon penetrating. What a game he's played to this point. That was an easy shot that he missed at the end, but on the rebound, Jones comes in over the back of Silas to get the loose ball foul.
And the Lakers are having a hard time getting over the hump. They'll make a run at the Sonics. Last time they made the run, they came up even, and then they fell back again. And this is one of the hard things about catching up against a team that's playing good defense.
Sigma goes out of bounds, and it goes over, and Jack is frustrated.
He wanted to pull up, but he lost the ball in the last bounce. He should have just continued. He had a good step on the first move, the initial move, but he tried to slow down and lost it out of bounds.
If I was Tommy Lagarde, I'd get ready. They give it now to Magic, and give it a go. Coming around the corner, Kareem fed it on to him. 73-72, Sonics by a point. John Johnson barks out the play now. Dennis controls. Norm Nixon watching the dribble. J.J. pops through, and Kareem will go back to the middle. John comes on a runner and sends it to Gus. Gus inside. On a hanger, Kareem stayed with it and blocked it. The Sonics get the field goal anyway. Lead by Nixon. Cooper cuts through, and Cooper hits the field goal at the other end.
So they're not getting back again, Brent. They get the field goal, then their lapse in their defense. They should never allow that one. After a great hustle by Gus, someone has to protect for the guard when he's under the basket. The forward's got to pull back.
And that field goal, Hot Rod gave Gus 16 for the game. Tommy Lagarde is up. Williams moves it quickly to the left now. Silas drops it on in, turn around, squeeze the trigger, J.J. 77-74, three-point lead, and just as Bill Russell pointed out, the Lakers cannot get over the hump as they did on Sunday in Game 4. 17 now for J.J. Kareem leaning in. Kareem will take it on Sickler. He's short. Got the bounce, not there. Sickler had it come to him. He'll go now to Williams. Williams quarterbacks the champions, comes in, sends it over to J.J.'s all alone. Flat shot's good right on.
Super penetration by Gus. Set the play up. He had that play designed all the way. He wanted to give the ball to J.J.
And we've got a timeout.
Game, and they would like to see the game continue just as it is. They don't want to do anything to set the Lakers off. And the Lakers, one of the bad things that happened to them, although it was a good thing, was coming back from 21 points behind. Because now they feel that maybe they can turn it on and turn it off. And you cannot turn it on and turn it off. You've got to go out there and play all the time. And so once you get a thing like that, you start to believe you can do it all the time.
High to Kareem from Magic. Skyhook moving to the baseline on that side against Tommy Lagarde, who checked in during that timeout. And Lagarde, the young man from North Carolina, fouled. Very key man, Hot Rod, who we may have overlooked offensively, but we will not now, is John Johnson with those 19 points. Remember, they needed more scoring from the front line. And it was J.J. who's gone to the perimeter for him.
He's certainly getting the points tonight. He's playing very well both ends of the court. Now, that time when Kareem got fouled, I don't think Seattle could have played him any better. They forced him up tight, got help, but got the foul on the hook.
The report on Jamal Wilkes is not all that good. It was nearly swollen shut. However, he has come back now, and they hope that he can return. He is in uniform on the Laker bench. You can see him in the background as they go inside to Dennis Johnson, using the glass, and it goes now 81-76, and right away Jamal gets ready. Here he comes. He puts some rosin on his hands. Inside to Kareem. Underhand layup as he got inside of Tom Lagarde, and now Lenny has still another problem, as Kareem obviously is going to take it to Tommy Lagarde with a little more vigor this time.
And those guards have got to drop in there. They had him shut up, and then they backed away, and Kareem went right in for the layup.
Here is John Johnson. Not that time. Kareem to the rebound. 81-78. Lakers can pull to within a point. Nixon sends it across to Michael Cooper. Cooper from the perimeter. It's a one-point game at the 107 mark. Williams out high, and Cooper is right there. They send it to Dennis. Dennis puts it, pulls up on Nixon. Tommy Lagarde dueling Kareem, and Kareem took it away from him. Kareem stole the rebound. Outlet now to Magic. Magic dishes to Nixon in the middle. Lakers shoot for the lead this trip. No Nixon, not that time. And it is taken down by Dennis Johnson, and he was fouled as he went to the floor.
About as close as you come without getting a field goal. Nixon got right where he wanted. He loves to shoot right at the top of the key or at the free throw line. And the Seattle team did a good job blocking out, as Jamal Wilkes will come on. At 7 points, 2 for 5 from the field, 3 for 3 at the line.
And he appears to be wearing a butterfly over there as Kareem hits down on the right side. We'll be able to get a better of a shot of it here soon, because the eye was badly swollen, at least around the eye, when he went into the locker room. Here's John Johnson now. Goes inside, loose, out of bounds. It goes over to the Lakers on a turnover, and the Lakers can go ahead.
And they should go for the one shot.
There's the butterfly. Wilkes was so impressive in 3 and 4.
And one of the key things right now, they're resting both Norm Nixon and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And they're going to get that, not only the rest here for the last few seconds this quarter, but the time between.
Magic high to the glass with 5 seconds. Lakers lead. Gus tries to break. Here's Dennis Johnson. Time running out at the buzzer. Dennis Johnson with a home run, a three-pointer. And the Sonics regain the lead.
What a shot that was.
Dennis Johnson with time running out. Look at Here's the clock coming up on the midcourt line. Just got it away, didn't he? Home run, Sonics, 84-82. And the NBA on CBS will continue after these messages from your local station.
I'm not so sure about that one. About it. Well, look here. He'll go into the air. Beautiful slow motion here. You see the clock. You see DJ. Now, when he goes in the air, that does not count. You have to let go of the ball first. And there it is. The ball's still in his hand. There's 0 on the clock, but they allowed the basket, and it was a 3-point play.
I wondered what happened to Dick Motta at the end of the season. He must be carrying that sign. The Sonics aren't through, and there is the butterfly on Jamal Wilkes' eye. Dr. Toby Friedman tells us it's an abrasion of the clear part of the eye, no internal damage, and yes, the butterfly is keeping the eyelid up above it, or else that eye would be swollen shut. And Jamal coming inside, and it's an offensive foul.
Well, he walked too on that play, but they give him the foul. He had nowhere to go, Brent. Again, the Seattle Sonics jammed up the middle.
Well, as a result of that three-pointer, instead of trailing by 1, they're up by 2. 84-82. Is there a better man on clutch three-pointers in all of basketball than Dennis Johnson? Here now is Paul Silas sending it back to DJ. DJ on the double team. They move it to Gus right baseline. He's going to be a little short. All Lakers on the ball and a lot of contact underneath. Jones, Lagarde, and Silas were hammering away inside that time. And it goes against Silas. Number 1 on the veteran.
He says, I didn't hit anybody real hard.
Paul, 16 years in the league. He's never committed a foul.
Jamal comes out. JJ checking for the screens. Landsberger in the middle.
Oh, he
double dribbled, and it took Rush just a moment to realize that he put it back down again. Rush said, I can't believe it. He waited to count and a half and went to the dribble, and here comes Jack Sikma again. Lagarde is out.
I think Mark lost his concentration slightly there.
Or something.
Freddie Brown gives it over to Dennis. Still 84-82 Sonics. Here's JJ. Sends it inside, and Landsberger reaching over Paul Silas that time, fouled in. And Norm Nixon returns for Paul Westhead and the Lakers. Johnson will take a break. Magic out. Foul situation now. Jamal Wilkes playing with 4. Lonnie Shelton watching with 4. Sikma patiently waiting, and Jones fouled in.
That's the secret, patience. As you surmised there, Brent, he was perfect on the play, waited for Jones to commit himself. Then he went up and drew the foul, even though the shot hit off the side of the board. He accomplished what he wanted.
You know, Sikma averaged 19 points a game against Los Angeles during the regular season, but he'd scored only 42 in 4 games coming in here tonight. And from the floor, he did only 40% in the last 11 games, and that boosts his total up to 3. He'd had 1 field goal early and hadn't scored since. And who do they need him? As Abdul-Jabbar checks back.
And he says, uh-oh, here comes that guy again. I was just getting my shot on track, and here he comes back.
He just looked over his left shoulder. Uh-oh.
86-82, a 4-point lead by the champions, and they retreat on defense. And here come the Lakers looking for one of those mighty runs again. Norm Nixon will send it to Kareem, except that Freddie is denying him right there in that passing lane. So now it goes to Jamal. Jamal still trying to get in. Here it is. 8 on the shot. 7, 6, and Kareem got inside. Unstoppable right there. A 2-point lead by the Sonics. Here's Silas. Sends it to John Johnson, then move it to Sikma. Back to JJ. Dennis got inside. They saved the ball. Looking for the foul and out of bounds. Silas can't believe there wasn't a call in that situation. And back come the Lakers with the ball. Abdul-Jabbar with 28 points here tonight. 10-15. Kareem sent it back. They move it to Wilkes. And Wilkes has got it tied at 86. Last time it was tied, of course, was back at 70. Dennis Johnson wants JJ. Got it in the corner. Inside to Sikma. Loose. Goes over to the Lakers. Kareem jumps it ahead to Wilkes. Jamal comes in. Batted up, not saved by Cooper. Out now to John Johnson. Jones is back and Nixon rotates. And DJ down the middle. Dennis Johnson hustle back and Bird, Nixon, and Jones coming straight through. 2-point lead by the Sonics. Now it's Cooper at the perimeter. Shoots for the tie. Off. Kareem couldn't get the rebound. JJ from behind the back. Here's Dennis again. This time, Jones is right there. Dennis waits. Cross court, bad pass. Cooper off. Kareem's back. Kareem comes in, waits for Brady. With bigger. It's tied at 88.
Really a bad pass, Brad. A cross-court pass by Dennis. You rarely see him make a play like that.
Well, one of the easiest things to do, it was a bad pass, but one of the easiest things to do is to misjudge the jumping ability and speed of Michael Cooper.
Jones knocked it out. Sonics keep the ball, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar pushes his total to 30 as he hammers this one home, and the Lakers have not yet lost in the playoffs, but the big fella's been over 30. So we've got a timeout here in Los Angeles. Deadlocked at 88. 9 minutes left in regulation time. The Sonics on the ropes.
Now here's that pass a moment ago, Brent. DJ lobbed the cross-court. Very dangerous pass. Cooper stepped in front of Sigma, picked it off. A down court. Kareem takes it to the basket for the dunk. Watch Freddie Brown. I'm getting out of here.
Norm Drucker just called, and you know, I blew it. I knew this. At the end of the quarter, it's not the clock that we see on the replay. It's when that buzzer sounds that determines whether or not a shot is good. So in a replay situation, we haven't got the natural sound, and so I cannot be sure when the buzzer went off. So there is another side to that story. Sigma taking the pass now from Freddie Brown. We're tied at 88. 8:57 to go here in regulation time. Dennis Johnson, Michael Cooper on him, and DJ will come up outside short. Taken away by John Johnson. Hustle one away to Freddie Brown. Brown sends it back, and DJ tracks it down to the corner. DJ double team now. Ball goes out of bounds. And the Sonics keep it. Magic Johnson applying pressure. 14 on the shot clock. Magic Johnson, we are told, started this game with a temperature of 101.2. We were very concerned because Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did not practice yesterday, but it turns out that today it was Magic Johnson who was suffering.
Wally Walker comes in, Brent, number 42. He had, in the first half, 5 rebounds, and he picked up 3 points in 9 minutes of action.
Probably the leading rebounder again in the first half for the Sonics. Sigma sends it back to Shelton. Shelton to the floor, muscles into the glass.
That's a tremendous shot. He put English on that ball, and it enabled it to hit off the glass and spin through.
So 8 minutes and 22 seconds. Shelton, Walker, and Sigma. Magic comes down the middle, and he's got the layup. Tied again, 8-11 regulation time. Here's Dennis in the backcourt with Freddie Brown. Working against Michael Cooper. Nixon will go with Brown. Sigma sends it into Shelton. Gets it back to Dennis. 5 on the shot clock. And Kareem rejects it to Cooper. Cooper and Brown. Shelton coming back. And Brown fouled Michael Cooper.
Boy, did he go to the basket. This young man goes with reckless abandon from the left or right. Now look at Shelton. Tripled up. DJ, I thought, would made a good move, but Kareem, not only he could have blocked that one, came from nowhere, swatted it down on a super play, and then a foul at the other end.
You know, I saw something as Gus Williams checks in and Dennis Johnson sit down. Russ, I didn't realize that Shelton was that fast. He was tucked in underneath that basket, and as Cooper began his assault, Shelton was right behind Freddie Brown. He can move for a big fella.
Little fella, too.
That basket would have counted, by the way, even though the whistle blew out front. When Coop went to the basket, that was a good call. It was a continuation move. He missed it, but almost had it.
Russ, what about this lineup now that Lenny Wilkins has got on the floor, teaming up Walker, Shelton, and Sigma up front?
This is a good combination, I believe. They got a lot of firepower, and they got good rebounders. Defensively, they're a little weak.
Well, here's Sigma out front with it, moving it over to Williams. They go inside. Shelton sends it back quickly. They work a bit of a triangle, and Sigma hit an important field goal.
See, offensively, they got good firepower from the guard and the corners. And so that with Shelton taking advantage of Magic Johnson, taking him inside, they're going to help out, and that leaves them out open for the outside shot. But like I said, they will suffer defensively.
Here's Kareem. Tap back up. Didn't get it. had a chance. Lakers possession yanked away by Sigma. And here's Williams. 7 minutes. Gus off now to downtown. Cooper went flying at him. Williams gets it back. Gus with the high off. Gus came back on Magic Johnson and fouled him. And Williams took a blow on the nose.
And he gets a foul call on him as he fouled him with his mouth.
Here's your shot, Gus. That's a tough shot. Running at the basket with no angle to bank the ball. And they had several taps at it, could not get it to go down. Shelton tried to go back up, and finally it was Gus with a foul.
The NBA on CBS will continue after these messages from your local station. Hot Rod, you have not wavered in your loyalty to the Los Angeles Lakers tonight. You still think they are going to come all the way back again. Why are you so certain?
I thought at halftime this time that Seattle would hold the lead, but I think Kareem wants to shut it down, and the big fella is playing hard. God, he's well rested. He took a break at the end of the third quarter. I just think the Lakers are going to get it. I don't know.
How are you voting right now, Rush?
I just try to analyze. I don't predict.
6:49. Nixon goes into Kareem on the turnaround. Back to the left side is short. Kareem regains control. Double team cut off. Sent it to Wilkes. Brown is out on Jamal. Jamal backs in on the dribble. Keeps maneuvering. Goes in the air. And there was Kareem for the rebound, but it'll go off to Wally Walker. And Lenny Wilkins has got a chance at 92-91, a 1-point lead by the Sonics. Shelton with Magic down, and Lonnie Shelton. And he's up to 10 points. It's a 3-point Sonic lead. What about this Laker lineup, Russ, that's on the floor right now? How about using Cooper up there instead of Jones?
They're actually using Johnson at the...
On the miss hook. Loose. Tap by Magic. Beautiful play by Magic Johnson. He alertly picked up Jamal Wilkes and simply batted the ball to him.
Well, they're using Magic Johnson at forward. This is a tough lineup because Magic Johnson is, at this point, the best rebounder on the Lakers, on the floor for the Lakers now. Although Kareem probably gets a higher number.
Sigma goes to Freddie. They come back, working it now around the horn. And Magic and Shelton inside, and Magic will pick up that personal. He was trying to front bigger Lonnie Shelton that time.
Now, what he doesn't realize is that when the forwards and guards go inside, they get different kind of refereeing than the centers do. The centers are allowed much more contact.
Gus comes up on Magic, and he's short. And there's Magic doing another rebound. High to Nixon. Walker is back on defense. They'll go to Jamal again. Jump hook is short. Cooper tried to save it. Couldn't. It'll go over to the Sonics.
That was not a good shot by Jamal.
Off balance, very poor percentage shot. You know, on the offense that last time down, Brent, when the foul occurred on Magic, every man on a Seattle club was thinking only of going inside of Shelton as they worked up all around the horn. Obviously trying to post him up.
Foul situation. Magic now with 4 after that last one. Here's Sigma going to Freddie Brown to go inside to Shelton again and again. A blocked shot. And it'll go over to the Sonics still with 8 seconds on that shot clock.
He forgot about Kareem, and that was the big fellow that blocked it. Shelton had Magic right where he wanted him, but he took too much time to get the shot away, and Kareem got a hand on it.
Walker moves it to Gus.
Offense on Shelton.
Offensive foul.
And that should be about 5 on him, shouldn't it?
Yes, it is. Number 5.
Now, this is one of the dangers of trying to take advantage of one man instead of running with a total offense and let this one man have to work and play defense and switch and things like that. Trying to post stuff inside, you distort your offense, first of all, and there's a good chance of getting an offensive foul also.
Lakers running for the lead. Wilkes has got 95-94 with 4:43 to go. And Jamal Wilkes with a total of 13. And the last field goal, the most important, against Lenny and Les Habeger. Gus Williams to the floor, comes up on Kareem, offensive foul, goes to the Lakers.
So I mentioned the big guy wants it, Brent. Kareem, perfect position. He's also blocked 7 shots in this game. And here's one of several more intimidations. He was right there. Gus had no one to go to, and he's called for the charge. Big play.
Lakers up by that point at the 4:26 mark, and here's Michael Cooper sending it to Magic. Magic puts it down and gives it up to Nixon. 8 on the shot clock. Nixon coming in. Will count. Will not count.
Gus held him out front on the dribble.
And 14 fouls and 5 on Gus.
Here he is one-on-one. Down low, right in there. He reached in and grabbed him as he tried to make the move to the basket.
And Walker took a heck of a charge after the foul. Lakers will have it out of bounds against Lenny and the Sonics. 95-94. Lakers by a point. Foul situation. Shelton and Gus 5 apiece. Deflected by Shelton. Loose. Here's Gus. Lead to Freddie Brown. And on the layup, it's the Sonics. 96-95 at the 4-minute mark. Inside the Kareem.
Great pass by Michael Cooper. That's really called what you call court awareness. He didn't have to look. He knew where Kareem was before when the ball's on the way there. Knowing where you are and where the other guys are is so important. And that was just an outstanding pass.
Look at that, right underneath the Kareem. Perfect agreement. Acknowledged it on the way back on defense. Timeout.
3 minutes and 49 seconds left in regulation time. 97-96. Lakers over the Sonics. And the rebounding, there are the Lakers with a slight edge again. They have out-rebounded the Sonics in each of the last 3 games that they have won, needing only this victory to put themselves in the championship series against the Philadelphia 76ers, a series which would open Sunday afternoon in the Forum. Sonics win this game. We will have Game 6 for you live from the Kingdome in Seattle on Friday night. Dennis Johnson with Gus Williams, Wally Walker, Lonnie Shelton, and Jack Sikma for the stretch. And the Lakers up by a point. The Sonics with Sikma coming up on Kareem. Drew the foul as he went up. Kareem can't believe the call.
Double pump by Sikma as Kareem came towards him. That looked like a foul. Just the fact that he's gone into him. But he looked like he did get a piece of the ball. And when Kareem argues about a call like that, sometimes you have a tendency to kind of believe the big fella. He can intimidate you with his verbally as well as going up to try and block shots.
Did you always believe Wilt Chamberlain?
No. Just leave Russ, though.
Sikma with a free throw that has tied it for Lenny against Paul Westhead at 97. 3:35. Jack Sikma 1 game on with a free throw. Puts the Sonics up by 1. 98-97 and 3:34.
You know, when Kareem argues about a foul, it's almost like Ted Williams used to be when he argued about a strike. The umpires said, well, I guess I might have missed that one.
Here's Wilkes. Sikma half fronting Kareem. Magic waiting. Shot clock down at 7. 6, 5, 4, 3. And the sky hook puts the Lakers ahead of the champions. And for Kareem, it's at 34 points here. 3 minutes. Sonics turn. Shot clock to 12. Shelton pops out. Here's Wally Walker. They move it to Sikma. Nixon on Jack. Kareem there now. It's turned over. Here's Norm Nixon. Back to Magic. Dishes Cooper. Cooper back. Norm Nixon's pull up. And it is a big play by the Lakers. 101-98. A 3-point lead over the Sonics. 2:34. It's at Walker. In low to Sikma. Waits for Gus Williams to come around the horn. Kareem out on him, and Gus hit it anyway.
He made him change the shot, and he still got it, Brent.
1-point lead by the Lakers at the 2:15 mark. Nixon goes into Kareem. Sends it back to Nixon. Nixon maneuvers. Here's Magic. Sets on its way. Kareem hit it. It goes to Wilkes. Layup is good. 103-100. 15 for Wilkes. 17 for Nixon, 18 for Magic. 152 on the game, a 3-point Laker lead. Closing in on the Western Conference title. DJ maneuvers, comes up on Nixon. Sikma with an offensive rebound. And the Lakers come away at the 140 mark. And Shelton, Magic Johnson double up. Shelton in behind in the foul call. Dennis was there too.
There may not be a foul there, Brent. They may have called just the referee took the timeout, thinking he may have been hurt. We'll have to wait and see here a moment.
We definitely have the timeout. Darryl Garrettson over with the Lakers, explaining the ruling along with Ed Rush. We'll get it all squared away, and we'll be right back. The Lakers lead it by 3. There's 1:38 to go. Magic Johnson tried to call the 22nd timeout. They did not have any left. So they are automatically charged with a full timeout for the game. 2 left for the Lakers, 3 for the Sonics. 20 seconds up on that shot clock. Kareem and Ed Rush getting it all squared away. They'll have the ball at midcourt. 1:38 to go. The Lakers lead the Sonics 103-100. Dr. J and Daryl Dawkins are just a minute and 38 away for the Lakers. Johnson pops out. Shelton with Magic. Magic puts it down. Sigma fronting Kareem. Jamal, 9 on the shot clock. 8 on the shot.
3 seconds.
The 3-second violation will send it over to the Sonics. 125. Sonics down by 3.
You will never see a fiercer battle than Jack Sigma and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar fighting for position down there to keep Kareem from getting the ball down low.
John Johnson has replaced Wally Walker. DJ goes through John now. Back to Dennis. They swing Gus. Lob into Sigma. He turns short. Gus trying to keep it in play. The Lakers have got it again. Off comes Nixon at the 107 mark. Norman on the bounce pass deflected by DJ. Kareem is there. And Kareem is back. He'll come to the line. But Cooper 3. Big free throws right here by Kareem. Cooper really
both of them. But this is, he gets 3 chances to make 2 out of it. So he's going to need at least 2 of them. Because if he doesn't, this 3-point play can become very, very important.
Told you the big fella wants to close it out. Second half.
Here now is the penalty. 103, a 4-point Laker lead. 36 points by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Lenny Wilkins uses one of his remaining 3 timeouts, and now the crowd in the forum senses the kill. Dr. J would be next. We told you at halftime that offensive rebounds were going to be the difference. In that first half, the Sonics pulled down 11-4 for the Lakers. In the second half, the Lakers yanked down 12 offensive rebounds to 5 for the Sonics. 103 on the clock. It's 105-100. There is still time left for the Sonics. They would have to strike quickly and go to some good defense. They get it in now to John Johnson. Out far from the basket. Precious seconds ticking away. Sigma waits. Kareem is there. Inside to Dennis. Dennis comes up. It's 105-102 in 52 seconds. Now they need the turnover. Lakers will bring it down, leading by 3. And of course, if the Sonics can get it, they've got a 3-point chance coming up. Or with enough time, they'd go for 2. But the Lakers wind the shot clock down to 10. They're not synced up. They get it to Kareem. Kareem begins his assault. Shelton's with him, and he's got the roll, and that'll do it. 38 points for Abdul-Jabbar. 107-102. 3-point time for the Sonics. Sigma bounces it inside now. Goes out of bounds. And Magic almost wrested possession. 23 seconds to go. We're going to have a new Western Conference champion. From the corner, DJ 3-pointer, short, loose. Magic taps it. Magic runs it down. Here's the new king of the West. Now 20 points for Magic Johnson tonight. 3-pointer by Dennis Johnson. 109-105. And only 10 seconds to go. Magic gets Norm Nixon across the timeline. Norman on the pull-up on his way. It's 111-105. It's over. The Los Angeles Lakers Western Conference as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar pours in 38 points. Magic Johnson adds 20. And now it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers and the Los Angeles Lakers for the World Championship, a series that starts on Sunday as the Lakers beat back the world champion Seattle Supersonics 4 times in a row after losing the first game, with the Lakers and the Sonics now headed off the floor toward their locker room. And Jamal Wilkes, who came back despite the painful injury. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the main man, with 38. Magic Johnson, the spirited rookie. And the doctor, who did a good job with Jamal, and head coach Paul Westhead being greeted by Hot Rod Hundley and Spencer Haywood, who didn't play. Let's go inside now. Hot Rod Hundley. Hot Rod.
All right, we're in the locker room here. We're trying to get some of the people. Magic, get over here. Hey, big guy, congratulations.
Thank you.
You're going to the big fella tonight, weren't you?
Yeah, we had to. We got off to a poor start as far as running our offense. So we wanted to get it into him and see if he could create something. And then in the second half, we came out with intensity, more intensity, and that's what helped.
You seem like you're a little bit out of breath.
I am. I'm so happy, you know, and elated that I get a chance to play for the championship. It's beautiful.
Okay, let me ask you this, big guy. Seattle, you have a lot of respect for that club. They're tough.
Definitely. You got to have respect for the world champs. I don't care if we had them 3-0. You can't count them out until it's over.
Dennis Johnson just came in the locker room to say hello to the guys and congratulate him. Kareem, we're trying to get Kareem over here. Big guy. Okay. Dennis, come in here, would you? Second with Kareem. Good job, big guy. They're really going to you tonight in that second half.
Yeah, we needed it. We couldn't get anything going tonight. Missed a lot of loose balls. Seattle got a lot of second shots. That's why they're champs. They came to play, and we had our work cut out for us.
You did a wonderful job on the defense too tonight. You had at least 8 block shots and intimidated several more.
Well, you know, they scored so well inside early in the game. You know, they were getting the second shots and putting it right back up. Somebody had to be in there to deal with it.
The young man Cooper did a good job getting that ball to you. A couple of beautiful passes. That one you got under for a dunk.
Right. Cooper plays every game. But what I was saying defensively, I went back into my notebook and checked out how number 6 used to play it.
He's listening.
Well, I got to thank him for that because I used to watch him and I learned something, you know.
When you block a shot, do you try to tip it to a teammate? That's the way he used to play.
Well, I try and tip it so that it lands on the court. Right. Usually we have better position for getting a deflected shot. So I just try and get it on the court and see if we can come up with it.
All right, how are you ready for Dr. J?
Yeah, I'm ready for Dr. J, but hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
All right, Grave. Good luck. Okay. We'll see you Sunday.
All right. Woo!
Hey, how's that eye?
I'm all right, Rod. I got stuck pretty good, and it's a little tender, so they had to tape the lid up so I could see, but, you know, it's nothing serious.
Well, it was great to see you come back out there, and you still delivered, too, with that eye all banged up. Well, it's kind of nice little cut there, but I think you're going to be all right.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, this helps. You know, we really wanted to get this one tonight and didn't want to go back up to Seattle. They're such a great team, and, you know, I'm just glad that I could, you know, help the team win it.
I think that's very nice of you to say that. And it was nice of those guys to come in here. That's the mark of a champion.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
How about going late in the ballgame? You know, we've said many times that the Lakers, if you want it, you're going to have to go to Kareem. And I think when the ball went into him, and if he didn't take the shot, then he spotted open people because they obviously were collapsing.
Yeah, he's, you know, he dominated the whole series. When he's putting that kind of pressure on him, I mean, you know, it makes it easier for us. And so I'm out there moving around, Norm, Magic, all of us are just trying to move to the open spot so that when they double and triple team them, we can have the open shot and then have a lane for the offensive rebounding.
All right, now you got Philadelphia and Dr. J. Do you guard him in that series?
Yeah, I'll be guarding Julius. And
you better go get your rest, huh?
Well, yeah, I'm going to get my rest, but I'm not going to worry about it just yet. I'm going to savor this. And, you know, they're a fine team. They beat a great Boston team. And I'm looking forward to it. I know it's going to be a great series. You know, the fans, it'll be a classic series for the fans out there. But I'm not going to worry about it just yet, Rod. I'm going to enjoy this.
How about you got the home court advantage in that series, which if it had been Boston, it would have been the other way. Yeah. That's got to be a factor.
Well, you never know, Rod. You know, with Seattle and the Milwaukee-Seattle series, we can't be that confident, but it is. We'd rather have it than not have it, yeah.
All right, we'll see you Sunday, big guy.
Okay, thank you, Rod.
All right, Jamal Wilkes, let's go back to Brent Musburger.
All right, congratulations to the Los Angeles Lakers. But, you know, Bill, we should point out that the 76ers are not a one-man team.
And they're a long way from it. There are no one-man teams that have gotten this far.
You know, we're going to be joined by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar crediting Bill Russell with a little help tonight.
You know, that was the kind of game that it's a tough game to play tonight for both teams. Seattle happened to win, and a tough game for the Lakers to get started, but it came out about right.
All right. Well, thanks to the crew for the effort here in the fourth tonight as the Los Angeles Lakers win the Western Conference Championship, which means that on Sunday afternoon, the World Championship Series will open right here between the Philadelphia 76ers of Billy Cunningham and the Los Angeles Lakers of Paul Westhead. The Lakers beat the Sonics tonight 111-105. For Hot Rod Hundley and Bill Russell, I'm Brent Musburger saying so long for Los Angeles. We will see you on Sunday. Game 1, the 76ers and the Lakers. Don't miss it. It'll be a dandy.
I'll try not to miss it.
The NBA on CBS is a presentation of CBS Sports.